Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Scott Brubaker.
And I'm Casey DeSalle. Rise and Shine Oswego starts right now.
New this morning, a conservative speaker is coming to campus. How students are reacting.
And Hot Ones host is going to interview a Oswego celebrity. Who is it? Straight ahead.
Plus, SUNY Oswego is going to put more security measures for their Google accounts. How it affects you.
It's Tuesday, March 28th. This is a Rise and Shine Oswego.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Let's get right into our top story this morning. We have new developments overnight on an event coming to SUNY Oswego. Some students are taking to the internet to air their frustrations after the SUNY Oswego Conservatives Club announced they are hosting guest speaker Charisse Trump next week. Trump, who has no relation to the former president, is the executive director of Speech First, a nonprofit advocacy organization that supports free speech for students on college campuses. Some students are taking to social media to show their disinterest in Trump coming to speak on the Oswego campus.
Students who are opposed to Charisse speaking claim she does not support LGBTQ plus students and is against expansion of Title IX protections. The official Speech First website says, quote, "The Biden administration has proposed new Title IX rules that will once again open the door for universities to restrict speech more than they already do," end quote. We've reached out to the Oswego conservatives and the college Republicans, and we have yet to hear back from either organization. We will continue to keep you updated here on WTOP 10 as we learn more information about this story.
We also have new updates this morning on the fire that broke out in the Raven nearly 2 weeks ago. Fire broke out on early morning of March 15th. Oswego Fire Chief Paul Canzone says that there cannot be a typical investigation due to the structure of the building being too hazardous to enter. However, he did say he believes the fire started on the northeast corner on the second floor and there is no evidence of foul play. Here's what the owner of Organic Earthlings, the store next to the Raven, has to say about the fire.
I thought that our business was gone. You know, I figured that seeing how all of these buildings are connected, that we might have some issues here at the store. We were lucky not to.
And local businesses were also affected financially as it happened while Mayor Billy Barlow's Blizzard Bucks campaign was in action.
Oswego favorite Rudy's Lakeside Drive-In opens tomorrow, March 29th, for the 2023 season. Through the end of April, Rudy's will be open Wednesday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. The Lakeside staple is looking for line cooks and is asking for the community's help in getting the business fully started. Hours and days of business have not been finalized past the month of April, so stay tuned for heads up from Rudy itself.
And it was just announced on Wednesday that Sean Evans will be coming to the SUNY Oswego campus. Sean Evans is an American YouTuber known for interviewing celebrities while having them eat hot wings.
Our Stephanie Janice has had the chance to talk to the man Evans will be interviewing.
Sean Evans will be at the SUNY Oswego campus to do one of his famous Hot Ones interviews live for the students. For this show, he will be interviewing Jason Shi, the owner of the local Oswego restaurant Wanzone's Calzones, while he eats hot wings and they get progressively hotter and hotter.
2 school administrators came over and he asked me if I want to get involved with the Hot One. I was like, the Hot One, you know? That's it right there, literally that's it. And I guess, you know, I know all the ORs, the Greek life, the student sports team, so they all want me to be on the show.
Jason has gotten involved a lot on campus and is widely known and loved by the students and says that is his motivation to participate in the Hot Ones interview.
I was like, sure, for the kids, I do it.
Jason is not the only one excited for this event. Students say they are excited to see Jason and Sean Evans on the stage because of the relationship Jason has built with the students.
Well, he's always the guy that I know I can go to, whether it's early or late. He's very collaborative, very fun, very nice guy. So definitely a good guy for the students for sure.
I sat down with one of the organizers of the event, Vanessa Taylor, where she gave us a rundown on what to expect.
We're going to have a host be able to come out and introduce Sean, as well as we're going to be, Sean's going to be interviewing Jason from One Zones Calzones, and because Jason's so great with talking to clubs and orgs and everything, and students just gravitate towards him.
This event will be held April 14th at 7 p.m. in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena and Convocation Hall. Be sure to get your tickets at the Oswego box office before they sell out. Tickets are free for students.
SUNY Oswego is taking steps to enhance campus digital security and protect personally identifiable information and intellectual property. Campus Technology Services will now enable multi-factor authentication on Laker apps, our Google suite of Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Classroom, and associated collaboration applications such as Google Meet and Chat. This is in addition to the continuation of the multi-factor authentication with various Oswego digital apps. These new additions are live right now for students.
SUNY Student Assembly President Alexandria Chun and Executive Director of Policy Brennan Gorman will meet in Albany with legislators and advocate for SUNY students' priorities in the ongoing budget negotiations. The SUNY Student Assembly is concerned about the proposed tuition hikes in the executive budget and urges legislators to reject them. The SUNY Student Assembly is calling for an increase in operating funds for SUNY by $250 million in lieu of tuition increases. And tuition hikes at several of the most competitive SUNY campuses could grow by 9% each year. Thanks to a loophole in Governor Kathy Hochul's plan, in-state tuition could raise by an additional 6% starting this fall. This is on top of the 3% bump students could face under the proposal. SUNY Binghamton, SUNY Stony Brook, SUNY Albany, and Buffalo could grow by 51% in 5 years to $16,200 annually if the tuition is maxed out each year.
All right, now let's take a look at your regional roundup.
Destiny USA is having an Easter egg hunt this Sunday, but people are not looking forward to it due to safety concerns. Syracuse police released data showing that crimes dropped from 613 in 2017 to 365 in 2022. The numbers are suggesting that crime is creeping back up in 2023. Syracuse Police Chief Joseph Cecile says the mall is considering increasing the number of Onondaga County probation officers. A Brooklyn man pled guilty for defrauding dozens of Wegmans customers by stealing their account information to buy over $9,000 worth of food. He was able to get more than 50 customers' account information. He changed the passwords and emails. He also used the credit cards that were linked to the account. Maurice Shefdahl was sentenced to serve 3 years of probation and pay over $40,000 in restitution.
Hey, some SUNY Oswego students were treated to a rare spectacle of colors over the lake this past Thursday night.
The northern lights, a rarity this far south, were visible due to strong geomagnetic storms last week. Meteorologist David Rienzo has more on this phenomenon. David?
Thank you, Casey. It all starts at the sun. Intense heat and movement from the atmosphere whips energy at Earth's magnetic sphere. And now most of the time, this energy will just bounce off, go back into space. However, at the poles, there are some weak points where energy gets absorbed back into the atmosphere. And when this happens, they mix with oxygen and nitrogen, and they become very briefly excited, and they emit the energy back as visible light. This is known as the northern lights. Strong geomagnetic storms can bring aurora down to places as far as Louisiana, and that's why we saw it this past Thursday. In other weather news, here's what's happening in Oswego this week. Expect to see some early spring showers barreling into Oswego, bringing rain and sometimes some gusty winds and possibly even snow. It makes it feel like winter despite the spring season. However, you'll see a trend with this coming week of possible spring warming. Hopefully those temperatures will stay for as long as possible into April. That's all I have for the headlines, but stick around for the full forecast after the break.
Thank you, David. Coming up, A shooting at a Nashville, Tennessee school happened yesterday. More information coming up.
But first, we are bringing on an advisor to talk about registrations for classes.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill
Should we
told me it
tell
was
him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Rise and Shine Oswego.
We have a special guest with us today, so let's meet him now.
Today we have Andrew Buckman, a SUNY Oswego success advisor, my personal former advisor of my first year, who works in the Advisement Center.
Welcome, Andrew.
Good
How are
morning.
you today?
Doing well. How are you today?
Good, we're doing good, thank you. Like a little tired, but.
Understandable.
First question for you is, what does the Advisement Center do here on campus?
So broadly speaking, the Advisement Center works with first year and transfer students. First year students during their first year as an academic advisor, helping them register for classes, understand academic success strategies. For those transfer students, getting them started here at Oswego during the intersession. But the Advisement Center does a lot during the semester as well. We put on academic success workshops, we teach academic success courses, a variety of different opportunities for students to come work with us in our office.
What tips and tricks should students keep in mind when registering?
With registration, you want to make sure that you're following whatever your degree audit is and make sure that you're meeting with your advisor to discuss any questions or concerns you have about upcoming courses. Be mindful of prerequisites, major minor restrictions, anything that's going to prevent you from getting registered as soon as possible.
All right, and I know a lot of students have to meet with their advisor to like get a pin or something before they can actually register. When is that happening?
So that's happening right now. Students should be meeting with their advisors to talk about next semester's courses, but also for our new students, or if you're a junior and require your junior pin, you have to meet with your advisor to do a check to make sure you know what types of classes you should be registering for and to make sure you're on track still for timely graduation.
And what tips do you have for students making their long-term degree works plan?
So long-term tips would be planning to think about what opportunities you really want to do outside of your academics. Do you want to study abroad? You want to make sure that you've got room in your schedule to be able to do that. Do you want to get an internship? And every student should want some type of experiential opportunity beyond the classroom. So making sure you're prepared in those ways to be able to do those opportunities beyond just your time in the classroom.
All right, and we only have a few seconds left, so let me ask you real quick. What advice would you give to students to have a successful end to their semester?
Successful end to the semester, I definitely recommend, if you're not taking advantage of your professor's office hours, tutoring services, the variety of academic success workshops going on through our office, there are plenty of ways for students to get that extra little bit of help to push them to the end of the semester.
All right, well, thank you very much. It's all very helpful information, and thank you for joining us today to help out with that.
Yes, thank you so much for coming in today, Andrew.
All right, still to come, we have the latest on a shooting that rocked a small Tennessee school.
Plus, rain and spring temperatures are on the way. All that and more in my full forecast.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that black. Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Hi, welcome back to Rise and Shine Oswego. I'm your meteorologist, David Rienzo. Taking a look at the satellite, some rain moving in from northern Canada. It's going to bring in just a little bit of rain, mostly around the Tug Hill Plateaus. Don't expect too much, maybe some scattered showers in our neck of the woods. But for today, right now, it is 32 degrees, north winds from 9 miles per hour. It's going to moderately cool up, or warm up, I should say, but peak around 2 at 37 degrees, and then quickly dip back down as the night continues. Winds will be coming from the north, and then quickly transition from the west. For tomorrow, expect partly sunny skies with some rain in the afternoon. Rain will be moving in around 4 p.m., and then quickly with some strong wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour. So please be careful if you're out there coming from classes or going to work. However, the wind itself will start around 2 from the west and then pick back up to 26 miles per hour. This is that storm moving in across the country. We can expect it to barrel in straight south and hit us around 4. Expect rain at first, and then as it progresses into snow. Looking at the 7-day forecast, you'll see a slight warming trend starting out at 38 degrees, and then as the week continues, ending around 58 degrees. Some rain and snow on Wednesday, mostly in the afternoon. Warm on Thursday with some mostly cloudy skies. Friday and Saturday, expect to see some rain moving in for our nasty weekend, really. But Sunday will be mostly sunny skies, so please go outside, enjoy it, but just make sure you bring a jacket. That's all I have for my weather. Back to the desk.
All right, thank you, David. Speaking of weather, a tornado hit the south of Mississippi on Friday. It has left at least 25 people dead. Homes and buildings have been destroyed. This tornado spanned roughly 170 miles and lasted over an hour, which is very rare. More than 40,000 customers lost power in Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee, according to poweroutage.us. President Biden says the assessment of the damage is still underway and will, quote, do everything we can to help.
Devastating news out of Green Hills, Nashville yesterday. 3 students and 3 adults dead after a shooting breaks out in Covenant School. Ivan Rodriguez has the story.
Another community in mourning.
I don't know how somebody could go through with doing something like that, and especially children.
As new details emerge about the 6 people killed in a shooting at the Covenant School in Nashville, Tennessee.
The 3 9-year-olds who were killed, Evelyn Dickhouse, William Kinney, Hallie Scruggs.
Also killed 60-year-old Catherine Kuntz, who according to the school's website was the head of the school. 61-year-old Mike Hill, who was a custodian there, according to police, and 61-year-old Cynthia Peak, who was a substitute teacher, according to police.
I have no words.
Metro Nashville police releasing more than 2 minutes of surveillance video showing the moments the shooter, identified as 28-year-old Audrey Hale, who they say was transgender, arrived on campus and opened fire on an entrance. Police say the former student executed a planned and targeted attack.
We have a manifesto, we have some writings that we're going over that pertain to this day, the actual incident.
Police say the shooter had 3 weapons, an AR-style rifle, an AR-style pistol, and a handgun. At least 2 of those weapons obtained legally. In Nashville, Tennessee, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Moving on to some international news now. 2 ground missiles were launched in North Korea with non-nuclear dummy warheads. North Korea blasted the nuclear warheads 500 meters above their target. South Korea Joint Chiefs of Staff said that the 2 missiles landed in the water of the east coast of the Korean peninsula. North Korean state media has stated that the military has also conducted tests for weaponized underwater drones.
Kanaya joins us now with a quick look at what's happening in entertainment. What's up, Kanaya?
Come on in, Kanaya. What's happening?
Coming up in entertainment news, we have celebrities facing all sorts of legal troubles. Stay tuned to find out more.
But first, let's take a look at what the dining halls are cooking up today.
Over at Cooper today, you'll find Italian wedding soup and some barbecue pulled chicken sandwiches. Lakeside will be serving chicken noodle soup and chicken sausage subs.
And at Pathfinder today, there will be Sloppy Joe sandwiches.
Sounds delicious. And a special look at dinner tonight, Pathfinder will be serving chicken and cheese quesadillas. We will be right back.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Oswego. Let's get right into your entertainment news. Actor Jonathan Majors, most famously known for his role in Creed 3, was arraigned on several assault and harassment charges on Sunday. While Majors' attorney told CNN that the women recanted their allegations and expect the charges to be dropped, the Manhattan's District Attorney Office has not made a comment on the accuracy of this information. In other news, with other celebrities getting into legal trouble, actress Gwyneth Paltrow is involved in a civil trial regarding a 2016 ski collision. Her accuser is Terry Sanderson, a 76-year-old retired optometrist, says that Paltrow caused him lasting injury and brain damage and is suing for $300,000. Paltrow states that Sanderson actually skied into her and is countersuing for $1. In lighthearted news, while fans of the 2009 Princess and the Frog movie wait anxiously for the announcement that will be turned into a live action, auditions have already started with R&B singer Ari Lennox and actress and singer Coco Jones, who taken to social media to audition for the role. While the entertainment studio has remained tight-lipped about a remake, fans are already planning the cast lineup. And in other news, Hollywood encompasses both the biggest blockbusters and the smallest but mightiest teams of filmmakers. David Daniel looks at both in today's Hollywood Minute.
Jack Champion, aptly named because he is kind of our champion in a way. He's a kind of amazing young guy.
Avatar: The Way of Water is more than just its Oscar-winning visual effects. A casting bonus feature looks at how Jack Champion was chosen for the pivotal role of Spider, including a screen test with returning cast member Sigourney Weaver. It's part of more than 3 hours of bonus content in the film's digital release, available now.
We need to see stories authentically told by people with disabilities in the romance genre, because guess what? We fall in love. We fall out of love sometimes.
Romance is the genre of this year's Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge. It's the 10th year of the challenge, in which teams including people with disabilities create short films spotlighting disability and inclusion. A record 95 films were submitted last year. Filming is underway for this year's challenge, which runs through April 2nd. More info at disabilityfilmchallenge.com. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
All right, lots of entertainment, but that is all for now, and we will be back right after this.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the Earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating. I think you're wrong, is what I think. You think I'm wrong a lot of time. I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving. I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
All right, before we go tonight, we do have a big movie coming up. Kanaya, what is it?
The Super Mario Bros. Movie is coming out. Are you guys looking forward to seeing it in theaters?
I know. Very much so.
I can't wait to take my little brother TJ to go see it when I get back home.
Looks so exciting. All right, and if you weren't up early enough today to catch the entire show, that's okay. You can visit our YouTube channel to watch our show and others.
Visit the link below to watch all the amazing content WTOP has to offer.
And that's our report this morning. We'll see you right back here tonight for WTOP 10 Nightly News.
From all of us here at Rise and Shine Oswego, thank you for watching. Have a great day.
Welcome back to Season 4 of Major Discussions. I'm your host, Vega Khaturetsky, and I'm here with my co-host, Melinda Brancato.
Hi, we are so excited to be back in the studio this semester. And also, remember to follow our Instagram,